Good morning and happy Wednesday. Happy sunrise to all of you beautiful people. Thank you for joining me this morning for Give Me My Rights, WRITES, Daily Podcast with NadinePoetry1. I am one word, one number. Guys, I welcome you to my podcast that uses my original quotes to hopefully inspire and encourage your day. I welcome you to today. We've already received our first blessing because we have opened our eyes, so thank you, Lord. It looks like the sun is trying to rise. It's been a rainy evening, so I'm sure it'll probably rain a little bit more this morning as it has been. But I'm grateful we are alive today. Guys, I have in the background a jazz legendary group, Incognito. Shout out to the Great Britain. Did I say it right? Great Britain? I've been practicing that accent for years. I still can't get it right. But anyway, happy sunrise, and blessings to your day, guys. For many of you that have not joined me before, my name is NadinePoetry1, and I am also the host of Imperfect Poetry Thursday nights. Every Thursday night, I get on my live social media platforms, and I go ahead and share some of my original copywritten poetry, and then we have a little talk, and we have some music, and we turn up a little bit and have fun. I ask that you join me on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6:30 p.m. Central Time. If you are available and you enjoy poetry, I would appreciate that. For the rest of you, please be tapping the screen, send your love. Please tap the screen and send your love. I would appreciate that as well. Okay, guys, I am also the founder and creator of NadinePoetry1. It is my organic skin oil butters line that is formulated for severe dry skin. And those of you who do not suffer from dry skin, it'll help you maintain that moisture within. Guys, go ahead and give it a try. Get the full experience of NadinePoetry1, okay? And it's worth the moisture. You can try it at NadinePoetry1.myshopify.com, or you can go to my website at www.NadinePoetry1.com, and you can also make a purchase through Instagram and Facebook under NadinePoetry1. Okay, guys, go ahead and get the experience. I'm telling you, it's good stuff, and it is worth the moisture. Okay, guys, listen, I'm returning today. Yesterday I was under the weather. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I thought it would still be a great day to go ahead and share some inspirational quotes and conversation and encouragement, and hopefully get you guys started with the beautiful smile that I know you have. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the quote. Now, you guys know that I am the poet outside of the box, so I do things very different from most writers and poets. You know, I just kind of move in my own little way. So I welcome you to another day with Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast. Okay, the quote is, if all is allowed, should there be an ask? If all is allowed, should there be an ask? They say people only do what you allow, right? That's what they tell us. People only do what you allow. But if already allowed, should people have to ask what society already says is okay? Think about that. Because we never need a resounding yes for approval today. If horrible actions are displayed for the world to see and they go unmentioned or unchastised, do we need a resounding yes of approval? Yet they expect us to not act when the unmentionable and the unchastised should be mentioned. Why are we not saying anything when we see negativity come across the TV or, right before our eyes? All right, should we not say anything? Okay, because everyone else is not mentioning it or not chastising the fact that something negative is going on right before our eyes? Right? Only to prevent others from doing the unmentionable things should it be mentioned. Right? Hey, that's not right. Oh my goodness, that is not fair. That will prevent others from doing unmentionable things, especially impressionable minds like children. If so, who makes the rule that certain things that are negative should go unmentioned or unchastised? Otherwise, we should not ask for what has already been allowed. Should we just participate in everything negative because it happens all the time, and it's right before our eyes, and it's displayed and ran across our TV. We see so much negativity and garbage and trash on television, in the news, what people are doing to other people, harmful things, right? Should we ask, is it okay? And if we do ask, who makes the rule for that? What part of society makes that rule? Is it just the very wealthy that makes all the rules that are for the benefit of themselves? Or is it the working class people that makes all the rules that helps benefit their lives, which is more of a need? So I am calling today, what do we really allow this Wednesday? Yes, I'm calling today as a question. What do we really allow this Wednesday? I wonder. Any questions or comments? Please tap the screen. Send your love. I would appreciate that. Today, guys, I have my herbal tea. It is boiled bay leaves. Well, you can't see the leaves in there because, it's just the tea. But it's boiled bay leaves with a little oregano and some lemon and organic honey and spring water. Yes, guys. This morning, we are attempting to figure out what is allowable in our society and who is allowed to do the unmentionable things and that go unchastised. Because so many people do unmentionable things that we previously thought were forbidding, and now it has become acceptable. And it's acceptable because nobody chastises anyone that is doing negativity before our eyes. Even some of our leaders are doing some of the most heinous negative things, and they still get to have leadership over us. Right? Who has the rule over that? Okay? The quote is, if all is allowed, should there be an ask? If all is allowed, should there be an ask? That is the quote for today. A great example is that people are allowed to hurt other humans. That's the world we live in today. People are allowed to hurt other humans, humans that breathe just like you and I. However, many from certain groups get away with that. Okay? Negative actions, that is. They get away with it. Are we allowed to do it as well and get away with it? Again, negative actions, right? Are we allowed? Now, of course, many of us don't live to hurt or harm others. That is definitely not the goal of the normal people, I would say. Is normal still a thing? Because in these past couple of years, nothing seems normal, right? But let's say it is still a thing. Normal people do not live to hurt or harm other people. It's just not our thing. Many of us live so we can live in our best capacity, have happy, healthy lives, and go on about our way so we can accomplish our goals and be successful, for whether it be for ourselves or whether it be for the success of a family overall. Right? That is the normal side. But today, people are allowed to get away with things, negative actions, of course, and no one says anything. It goes unmentioned. Right? The question is a bit foolish in itself, but it really is our reality today. Negative actions that go unmentioned and unchastised. And people get away with it. And they can still be leaders, but not all can. The fact that so many negative actions are taking place in our society is abnormal, right? And I think that people are trying to reframe our minds from normalcy and help us understand that all of these negative actions are the new normal. It sounds crazy, but it feels that way. Well, it can cause others to be negative simply because of the negative influences in our society right now. And they always have the spotlight. Okay? Let's take this morning show for an example. All right? I may not have a lot of viewers, but I do this because this is what God is using me as a vessel to do, and I'm an imperfect vessel. I always say that I am an imperfect vessel that God uses to get messages through the people's hearts and help them think about things that they never consider, if just a little bit. But people would love to tune into lives where people are talking about people, degrading them and ridicule and gossiping, all right, about celebrities, all right? They're human. Let them have their lives. Not many of us care, but so many do, right? It is entertaining to those that love to hear gossip. It kind of makes people feel like, okay, I can sit on my problem and forget about my issue and, lean into somebody else's problem. Isn't that negativity as well? But that person will get more viewers and more followers because they are talking negativity. They are speaking profane language, okay? And just saying anything and doing anything because society now allows that. In fact, society promotes more of that than positive things like this, unifying the people, talking to people about love and livelihood and walking out the door smiling and being encouraged and being inspired. All right, society prefers we talk about what he did and she did and who they did it with and how they did it to someone. Okay, and then when they're doing something negative, society puts a spotlight on it and say, hey, this is what is going on. Should we ask, is that the new normal? Or should we just not? Should we just accept it? Those things are what I'm talking about. Now, of course, we all do not want to dwell in negativity. Okay? Dwelling in negativity and giving into pessimism can ruin your soul. He said that. Okay? So we cast all our worries and cares to God, who cares about you, who cares about me. And the only option we have, all right, because he cares about us, we should all know that therein our hope for a better to come situation in our lives comes. We lean towards God. And it is our only chance to hope, through prayer that something better will come, that we can see, that negativity will go away. All right? So on this day, what do we really allow Wednesday? Let us allow negativity to bypass our steps daily, daily. Let's not always engage or indulge in negative speak or negative viewership or negative, social media. It brings a lot of people in. It draws in people into negativity. And then we go out because energy does not just die. It doesn't dissolve. It transfers from one party to the next. So when you are being fed negativity, and we have to guard what we receive. We have to guard our minds and our headspace from negative information that we are receiving on the daily basis. Okay, because that energy transfers to you. And you may not feel it until something arises where you have to act negatively. Let us allow negativity to bypass us today. Bypass our steps as we dwell in positive living. As we dwell in positive living. Seek things that are going to give us positive information that is going to help us with growth. That is going to help our hearts maintain happiness. That is going to help our minds stay inspired to go and enrich our lives with goodness. Let's bypass negativity, at least sometimes. I know it's an ask that everybody will not, oblige, but at least sometimes if we can just bypass negativity, all right, and watch it change our day. Because we are worth it, people. We are so worth it. You are worth it. I am worth it. And there is no one that should be able to tell us anything less. We should not have to feel the need to engage or dwell in negativity, right? Whether it be somebody's negative action, whether it be negative viewership, whether it be negativity coming through by sound through the ears. Today, we must allow ourselves to use positive words to encourage someone else to avoid negativity. It's all about what we are feeding ourselves that teaches us how we should act or keeps us grounded. Let me say that, because many of us grow up in homes where negativity is not enforced. In fact, positivity is the influence that most homes try to give to their children. And we grow up in those environments is when we step out that door and allow ourselves to partake in things of the world that we indulge in negativity, whether it be in actions or whether it be in the words that we say, right? So today, we must try to allow ourselves to use positive words to encourage someone else today. Let's start today. We all can certainly take a chance on that. All right, guys? Blessings to your day, and I thank you for joining me another morning with Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast. My name is NadinePoetry1. I am one word, I am one number, and let me just say thank you for joining me. You guys, blessings to your morning. Please walk out your door with a beautiful smile. It is the holiday season, and if many of you do not celebrate Christmas, it is my favorite time of the year. A reason for me to be generous, although I'm mostly generous throughout the year, but it's more of the reason to be generous. But those of you who do not celebrate, all right, take this day as a day to just smile. Okay? Guys, blessings to your day, and I hope you have a good one. Join me again for another Give Me My Rights Daily Podcast, WRITES, with NadinePoetry1. I am one word, I am one number. Blessings to your day. Bye-bye.